Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, developer advocate at Dremio, and what I want to talk about today is the convert time zone function in Dremio. And just so you know, as I do these function demos each day, you can find the code. There's a link in the video description to a repo where I put all the code, so that way if you want to examine any of this code, try out the code for yourself, it's there. So let's go through today's demo of convert time zone, which essentially does what you think it would do. It's going to convert a timestamp from one time zone to another, which can be really useful depending on where the original data was collected and how you want to display it. So I'm going to head over to my scripts, my handy dandy feature here, scripts, where I can save scripts for later running. Okay. So here I'm going to look up my different demo scripts, and here we got convert time zone. Okay, now in this example, and again, I want to set my context to my January demos folder. So that way it runs in the context of that folder. So there's my January demo folder. Perfect. Okay. And essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a table. We're going to be real simple. So it's just going to be, the idea is that there's an event that occurred at a particular time. And then we're going to assume what the original time zones are instead of having a field for that original time zone. Okay, so we're going to assume that the first event was in Los Angeles, then New York, then London, and we're going to convert each of them to UTC time. So that way they all are like a uniform time zone for better comparison. Okay, now basically here, the first event we're going to convert. So in this case, in this query, what we're doing is we're converting the first event, which was in Los Angeles, to UTC. So basically here, the convert time zone function, which we're doing as a column, okay, we're saying, hey, this is the original time zone of this timestamp, and this is going to be what we want you to convert it into. And we're doing it over this column. And then we'll just name that column event time UTC. We're doing that from the table we just created. And again, it's just for that first record. And then we just do literally the exact same thing for New York and London. But you can see here we keep putting in the right time zone as the original time zone, and we convert to UTC. And again, you can convert it any way you'd like. So now let's run these queries. So I'm going to make sure that my little insert pointer is right before the first comment starts. So that way it doesn't think the comment is not a comment. Okay, so I'm going to hit run, and we should be off to the races. Okay, so it's going to begin running the queries. As you can see, the queries are running. So we already created the table. Okay, and now it's inserting the records. It's finished that. Now it's going to basically run the queries to convert each one. And that it's doing pretty quickly. Okay, so we can see here we've created the table. Okay, and again, just to point out how nice this is about the easy intuitive Dremio UI. Okay, notice I can have multiple tabs, so I can be working on multiple queries at the same time. I can have multiple queries in the same window, and I can monitor those results easily separately. Okay, so notice how just sort of easy and intuitive this is. Again, I can save progress on the work of a query here as a script. And then if there's a query that I want to save as a data set, I can also save it as a view by just clicking right up here to save either as a view, as a data set, or to just save it as code that I want to run again later. So just appreciating sort of just the features of this UI. Okay, so now we see when we do the first one and we convert it, there's the successful conversion from the original time zone. So again, if we go back over here and we take a look at the original, okay, so the original was at 15:27. Now this has been adjusted to 22:27. I go to the next query, okay, which is the webinar. And again, originally it was at 9 o'clock, but after we adjusted for UTC, now it's at 13, okay, or basically 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, and then for the last one, we see the query here. Okay, and then we see the event time in UTC. And there we go. Okay, now again, what if I wanted to kind of convert every field? There'd probably need to be another field that shows the original time zone, so that way I can pass that to the function. Yeah, so just so you know, different ways you can use this, but another function in your Dremio arsenal. So I will see you on the next one. Okay, and again, if you enjoy these videos and I want to put a request for which functions you'd like me to see me cover in the future, head over to community.dremio.com. It's our community forum. There I do have a thread, and I'll be posting more threads as I do this project for you to kind of interact and tell me, say, hey, which content you'd like to see in future videos. So make sure you head over to community.dremio.com, sign up if you're a Dremio user, so that way we can create content that's around your use cases.